and welcome. My name is Christina from Empowered Creator. I am a mindset and conscious manifesting teacher and coach, and this is my YouTube channel. Here I talk about all things law of assumption, mindset, conscious manifesting, the quantum universe, and a lot more. And my goal is to simplify everything without the fluff. So if you guys like this content and you would like to see more of it, I would love it if you would subscribe to this channel, comment on this video, like it, share it, and stick around. Also, if you need help with your specific situation, I offer one-on-one coaching as well as custom subliminals for whatever needs you may have. I also have some self-study courses about manifesting your specific person. And I do have a members-only channel with a lot of perks for members, including weekly live workshops with a different manifesting topic each week, weekly live group coaching, a lot of exclusive content, monthly challenges for a chance to win a free one-on-one coaching session with me, and a lot more. So if you're interested in any of these services, the links are below in the description box. Click on them and they're going to take you to my website or to the membership channel. With all that being said, let's dive into today's video. In today's video, I'm going to be addressing a topic that is hot and burning among those of you who are on the journey of manifesting your specific person. And it has to do with the idea or the question of my SP conforming. Is my SP going to conform? When is my SP going to conform? When am I going to see this different version of them? How are they going to conform? And so on. So this is what I'll be discussing in today's video. Stay tuned. So first of all, before I delve deeper and from the outset, I want to let you guys know and reassure you that your SP, your specific person, will conform. That means they are going to show up as the version of them that you want. They are going to show up as someone who treats you differently, presumably better. And they are going to show you the changes in the 3D that will reflect your own inner changes. And I'm going to get into that in a minute. I know a lot of you who are manifesting your specific person are worried about them conforming, the possibility of them not conforming, how they're going to conform, when they're going to conform, how long it's going to take for them to conform, what if they're only partially conforming. That's also very, very common. And so I wanted to address all of this today in this video and reassure you, as I said, that if you stay consistent in your inner practice, in your inner work, in shifting your own inner states, your own inner energy, your own perceptions and perspectives on the situation and on the relationship with your SP has no choice but to conform. We've said many times that the entire universe revolves around the concept of oneness. We are all one with each other in consciousness and in energy. We are not separate from each other, and as a matter of fact, we're not separate from anyone or anything in the entire universe. And of course, your specific person is no exception to that. The reason they might be appearing as an exception in your consciousness, in your mind, is because you probably still have resistance to the idea of them being able to conform, being capable of conforming, being capable of changing, and so on. This is, of course, an illusion. It is created by your ego mind. And it is created by your continuous attachment to the 3D, to your circumstances, to the old story, to the memories that you have of them as their old version or even as the current version. And I hear a lot of you, that's also very common with a lot of my manifesting clients, complain about seeing parts of that new self, that new version of your SP. In other words, they are partially conforming, but then other parts of them seem to still be stuck in their old self, in their old version. And so a lot of you get frustrated, a lot of you worry and wonder why this is happening and so on. First of all, I want to tell you guys that this is very, very common, and it's actually due to the fact that you have both versions still dominant within your consciousness. When we say that when you shift, they shift, we mean that literally. That is not a metaphor. That is not sugarcoating things. This is literally how reality works. And that also works when it comes to other people. So when you're manifesting a different version of your specific person, whether they are in your life right now or whether they're not in your life right now, but you're still manifesting a different version of them for the new relationship that you're building with them in your consciousness, in your imagination, the vast majority of you, actually the vast majority of all of us, are aware of both versions of our specific person. We are aware of the old version, the version that we know, the version that we have memories of and memories with. and at the same time, the new version that we are working towards creating in our imagination and in our consciousness. This is what creates the overlap. Actually, for a lot of people, the old version continues to be the most dominant version for a long, long time, even after they've started consciously manifesting a new version of their specific person. But let's say, for the sake of the argument, that you are at approximately 50-50, about 50% of their old version is dominant in your awareness, and about 50% of their new version is dominant in your awareness. So what ends up happening then, and how it ends up being reflected in the 3D, is that you see bits and pieces of the new self, the new version that you're creating. You will also notice that you are much more likely to see those new versions of your specific person when you are more detached, when you are trusting more, when you are in higher vibrations, when you're not chasing, when you're not checking the 3D obsessively all the time. This is when they come in and they show you those new versions of themselves. At the same time, because we just said you're also 50%, just for the sake of the argument, don't take these percentages literally, but let's say you're 50% aware also of the old version of theirs, they also continue to show you parts of their old version. You will also notice that the old version tends to come up more when you yourself are more in your old self. So when you're feeling insecure, when your fears have come out, when your doubts have come out, when you're questioning things, when you're questioning them, when you're questioning their intentions, when you're questioning their feelings towards you, when you're questioning their ability to change. These are usually the states that originate in you that tend to bring out the old version in them. So you see then, and hopefully this is becoming obvious as I'm explaining it here, that your own inner states, your own dominant states, your own dominant energy, your own perspective and perception of the situation directly influences what versions of your specific person you get to experience, how fast they are conforming, how long it is taking them to conform, how they are conforming, how radically or not so radically they are conforming, how much of their new self they're showing you, and how much of their old self they're also showing you. And so you see and you notice and you observe that all of this is a reflection of where you are within at any given time. And so when you're here, or when you come for coaching, or when you're writing my comments and asking why your SP is not conforming, will your SP conform? Are they ever going to conform? Why are they only partially conforming? How long is it going to take? And all that, the answers, you guys, always lie with your own dominant states and dominant energies. The more you are conformed and aligned with the version of you that is receiving the new version of your SP and experiencing that new version and feeling like the person who already has that new version, the more of that new version they come in and they show you. On the other hand, the more you stay stuck in the past, in the circumstances, present or past, in whatever you see as obstacles, or when you're stuck in their old version, in your memory of their old version, you guys are not helping them come forward and show you their new version. So you're essentially inviting with your energy the continuation of their old version. The good news in all of this is that, like I said in the beginning of the video, your SP will conform. If you stay consistent, if you continue to be aware of your own inner patterns, your own inner reactions, your own inner perceptions of the situation, your own stories that you're building around what you're seeing in the 3D, and the more you align all of this with what you actually want to experience, and frankly speaking, the more you relax about it, the faster your SP is going to conform, the easier it's going to be, the smoother it's going to be, the less back and forth you're going to experience from them between the new version and the old version, and the faster you're going to have your full manifestation, your full manifested experience to enjoy in the 3D. So yes, you guys, your SP will conform, but you have to stay consistent, you have to stay aware, you have to be aligned in your states, in your inner energy, with who you would be as the person who is receiving that new version of your SP. So do this and you guys, your SP will conform. With all that being said, I'm going to wrap up this video here. I intend that this has helped. As always, I very much appreciate you guys being on this channel, watching this content. I love making this content for you. And as always, I look forward to seeing you all at the next video. Until then, take care and bye-bye.